What's up, guys? Hi and welcome back to the channel. So this is this week's strength session, and I have a lot of interesting things to talk about today. So first off, university for this year, you could say. I just finished year 1 of Forestry University. So I am a third of the way there to the goal of getting a bachelor's degree in forestry. It's now summer break. I have 10 weeks of work ahead of me, 10 weeks of 40 hours a week. I think I might have a day or two in there, which is a national holiday. So I won't be working the full 400 hours, but it will be close to that. In addition, there won't be an addition, which is amazing. I finished most of the forestry work that I've been doing on my family's forest land. I had a yearly goal of a certain amount of hectares that I had to clear. I've done that, so I'm not going to be doing any proper heavy forestry work, physical stuff this summer. I'm going to be in the forest, taking measurements, planning future moves to make, and taking care of things, and planning mainly, taking inventory of what the forest consists of, working on our forestry plan. I don't know all these terms in English because we haven't talked about that. It's a Swedish university, and it's in Swedish, so there's a bit of a language gap here, but basically I just completed my first year of 3-year bachelor's degree in forestry at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences. So yeah, interesting stuff. But what I've been doing for basically an entire year is I've been going to school, and on the weekends I've been working in the forest. Not every single weekend, but I have been I've been using my time quite wisely, I would say. I've done a lot of work when you kind of put everything in my life together. And what I'm going to do here during the summer is really try and prioritize here. If we just take school out of the equation, we add work in. Hopefully I'm in a slightly better position all around with those things, I would say. Replenishing the bank account, and hopefully I won't have any homework to do. So I think that the overall effect is, I think work would probably be more draining than school, but school isn't as consistent. Work is very consistent. My last summer I worked as a healthcare worker, which means that you don't have a consistent schedule, which is really annoying. And this time I will have a fairly consistent schedule. So I don't think I'll have an excuse for this summer if I don't make it happen, when it comes to the training. It's all down to me and how bad I want it right now. I was supposed to run last weekend, I didn't. So yeah, this whole thing about me falling off is very real, and it's completely my fault. It's completely me prioritizing different things, and not prioritizing sleep, rest, and recovery. My plan for this summer, now it's day 1 of the summer break. I had my last exam today, this morning. And every time it's summer break, we always think, as young people, probably most people listening to this channel at this point are 20 plus. But a few of you guys, you're young, and you think, this time I'm going to use my summer break well. And then you just fuck around the entire summer break. But at this point, I can't afford to do that. These past few summer breaks, I have used the time fairly wisely. But I think it's really important that I not only go to work, train very hard, but I also, spend some time having fun. But I really need to make sure that I don't waste the time. Because the summer break from school is kind of an artificially added free time in your life. It's not real in some ways. You can't just, be a completely useless slob just because it's summer break. summer break is a great opportunity to, recalibrate, work on different things maybe that aren't school related in my case. So I know that most of you guys working regular jobs, you're probably thinking, God, I would love to have an 8-week summer break, or is it even a 10-week? Yeah, it's probably a 10-week summer break. 2.5 months off work. That would be so crazy. I would love that, you might think. And yeah, I will be working these 10 weeks. So I won't be, completely free, but it is better than school, I would say. My forestry degree so far has been somewhat challenging in some aspects, discipline-wise, but I think time commitment-wise, it's probably similar to a 40-hour work week. Perhaps I have put in less time than 40 hours per week, but when you do that enough weeks in a row, then you might have a backlog. So I don't know, when you put together the time in school and the time studying, what the total would be. But I think the consistency of having a routine when it comes to work, I'm going to be working from 8 till 4:30 in the afternoon, 5 days a week for 10 weeks. I think that I will have the energy to train very effectively outside of work. And I think one very important aspect is, am I going to say this? Let me think here. I have a training really early in the afternoon, directly off work basically, or training in the morning. I haven't figured out which one is the optimal move yet, but it is one of the two. I can't be training in the middle of the night, I can't be training late at night, and I really need to make sure that I don't fall off when it comes to my bedtimes, my wake up times. During the summer break, it's very important that I get my sleep in. Not the last summer break, I think, but the summer break before that, and a few years ago, I had basically an entire summer where I was up until 5:30 a.m. Basically every day. I got into the absolute wrong groove. I mean, you're supposed to probably wake up at that time, and I went to bed at that time. So now I probably won't be waking up that early, but I think waking up at 5:30 is so much healthier than going to bed at that time. And yeah. Since I was 13, probably. I'm 21 now. That's 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. 8 or 9 years. 8 years of bad sleep, which is brutal. Brutal that someone would do that to themselves. And I think also when you have bad sleep, your motivation just completely disappears, which means that you're less likely to be disciplined. And you're less likely to stick to your diet and everything else. So I think the sleep is a really important aspect of making this summer unusually productive. Another really important aspect is, if I can just focus on work and training and just kind of base my life around those things and not do that much else, mainly do things that feed into those things, I will be having fun, but just think about planning the training around the fun and planning the fun around the training, and just really focusing on the training and really focusing on the work, really focusing on the sleep and the diet. I think I will be in a great position. I mean, if I can get into a good routine here, we have a 10-week summer break, basically a 10-week training camp. Yes, I will be working quite a lot. Full-time is quite a lot. And I don't know yet how demanding the work will be. Maybe it will be super demanding and way worse than I thought. And, a lot of times you get a new job and it is that way. You think, what the fuck is this wage? Well, you know what? Probably the work won't be that bad, and it is that bad. I've had different jobs, completely different types of circumstances. I've had a sales job, I've had a healthcare job, I've had various jobs where I've worked outdoors and with my body. And there's one more thing that I'm probably missing. I've had a few different categories of jobs. And they're all very challenging in their own unique way. And the grass is always greener on the other side. And when you do switch, you don't feel that the grass was greener. I'm really hoping that the job I've got right now is going to be interesting and productive. But one thing that I do know is, even if it's the hardest job I've ever had, which it probably won't be, I need to make the rest of this summer count, because 40 hours a week, that is probably not even a third. No, that's less than a third of the 168 hours or whatever we have per week. And if I can get really good sleep, I can manage working very hard and well and training. And I think that those are the main things I need to focus on. Because I just finished most of the forestry work that I've been doing. I might have said that already. I've cleared 11 hectares of extremely kind of overgrown, how would you say this in English? Like, just a lot of trees per hectare with a lot of undergrowth. Just, forest that should have been cleared many years ago. I've been working away at them through the winter, through autumn, through the winter, through spring, all the way into summer. On a lot of the weekends, I've worked almost 200 hours outside of school on weekends with forest clearing, and in really bad conditions, unusually bad conditions, because these forests were so overgrown. Now that I'm done with that, I feel that I can focus now on my training, and I'm looking forward to taking myself to the next level. And it starts with and ends with, how well can I sleep? If I can get in a good sleeping routine, I'm going to conquer and dominate this summer. So it's a daily discipline thing now. The same thing with the diet. But I really need to make sure of this. Like, if I can get this sleep down, I think I'll have a productive summer. Because literally our sleep and our willpower is completely interlinked. And especially for me, my sleep and my productivity is completely interlinked. I just need to get into a sleeping routine which is consistent and daily. I'm thinking, because I am a bit of a night owl, I'm seriously considering like 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. because I'll be working at 8 and I can manage that on work days. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. And if I get a certain sleeping routine, I'm really going to try to maintain it on weekends as well. Because I think that I need to give my body the right circumstances. I haven't done it for years. Having the same, bedtime and the same wake up time a week in a row. I haven't done that a week in a row, probably in 10 years. I probably never gone to bed at the same time and woken up at the same time a week straight for 10 years. Absolutely diabolical that I could do that to myself. But this is the time to change, It's a bit like a new year. It's summer now. And day one is now. And my important task is that I must go to bed before 11 o'clock tonight, which is probably in 40 minutes or so. So I'm going to make sure to do a proper wind down activity. This video is the last kind of work-ish thing that might give me some form of stress. I'm just going to do really chilled out activities for the last 40 minutes of today. I'm going to really try and sleep. I'm going to set an alarm at 7 o'clock, and I'm really going to try and keep this. I need to keep this. If I can get on top of my sleep, guys, I'm telling you, this will be so productive. I might get the one on chin up. I will absolutely run under 20 minutes for the 5K, and the next step is under 19 minutes. I mean, I just need to go further and better than I've ever done. I need to get down to 79 kilos body weight. I need to get my old strength back. I mean, if I can run sub 19 minute 5K on my hilly course, if I can lift my all-time PRs on everything, including upper body lifts, and if I can... So the running, the lifting, and if I can train Taekwondo, if I can maintain my flexibility, and something more. If I can just get in good sleep routine, I think that's the main goal. I think that's what I should focus on. If I focus on the sleep, I think I will probably get these other things. But these are goals that I've been trying for many years, but I'm in a really good position now. I think 10 weeks is a realistic time frame to achieve all of these things. And you guys will see in a few weeks, I will be so fucking shredded. I'm going down to 79 kilos. Right now I'm 81. I'm telling you guys, like, you might not believe me, but these last 2 kilos, especially if I can gain back some strength, they are super transformative. I've been at this body fat before, I've been at this body weight before. I am telling you, I will be shredded, at least ripped at 79 kilos. Right now, it might look like I need to lose another 5-10 kilos to get shredded. But trust me, 2 more kilos will absolutely do the job. In the right lighting, I will look crazy. But more importantly, I'm going to perform crazy. So I encourage you guys, the probably 20% of you that do have summer break sometime around here, use it wisely. This is a perfect time for school to not be in your fucking way of success. Fuck school, let's focus on getting better at what we care about. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. Training like a fucking machine. And the most important thing that I can do this entire summer to achieve all of my goals is to have a consistent bedtime. That sounds so stupid, but having a good bedtime might actually be the secret to me unlocking my next level of physical performance and legitimately getting into high level territory. I still feel like I'm a legitimate intermediate lifter. Strength wise, I'm still somewhere between novice and intermediate, I would say. My deadlift is still novice level according to the old strength standard. 5 reps with a 100 kilo bench, 5 reps with a 140 kilo squat, 5 reps with a 180 kilo deadlift, you know. That 2, 3 and 4 plate standard is the old weightlifting standard for what separates a novice lifter from an intermediate lifter. But when it comes to experience, I have been lifting now for many years. I started the 1st of January 2018. That is the entire year of 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 7 years plus a half year here. I've been lifting for 7.5 years. That is 3/4 of a decade I've been dedicated to lifting weights. But I think that during none of this time I've had a consistent sleeping schedule. So if I can get that to happen, I will probably break beyond my old barriers during the summer. So I need to treat my sleep at this point like a training session. And the fact that I'm extremely disciplined, I don't miss it, I will fucking do it at all costs. I will sacrifice other things to get to bed. So yeah, I just hype myself up to go to bed, basically. So that's what I'm going to do. I will see you guys probably very soon. This workout is yesterday's workout. I didn't make a video because I went to bed early, which was good. But I had a really tough time sleeping. It took me 2 hours because going to bed early is not my strong suit. But I will work through this. I will make it happen. I had something more to say as well. Yeah, interesting content coming this summer. You know, yeah, I am a content creator. I have been telling you guys, stringing you along, like, the channel is going to get better sometime, but this is the time. It's summer now, no excuses, let's fucking go. See you in a few days. Goodbye.